Hey guys, it's Angela and welcome back to my channel. And if you're new here, hi, welcome. I like posting videos about beauty, lifestyle, and my travels when I'm able to travel. But for today's video, I am sharing with you my 2020 home decor holiday season edition. This is my house fully decorated for Christmas. We hosted a small get-together yesterday with a few families that also live here in the apartment building. And today, Nate and I have just been kind of chilling. I cleaned up a little bit, so I thought I would jump on camera real quick and just share everything that I did. Maybe give you guys ideas for next year, or I know some people are celebrating the holidays a little bit later this year as well. So if you're still in the holiday spirit, or if you just want to be nosy and see what I did, then please keep on watching. Now, just a quick disclaimer before we jump into everything. Everything I purchased, we purchased when we moved here to South Korea. So that actually means everything has been purchased either in South Korea, on post, so you have to have military access to get those items, or they are from my small business called MW Home. I will have my Instagram as well as my MW Home Facebook page linked down below. So if there are some items you want for yourself, maybe put up for next year, let me know. I still have a lot of inventory left that I can share, and I am running a small discount. So if you see anything from MW Home that you want currently at this time on my post, I'm offering 10% off everything from MW Home. So get it, stock up while you can, and just mention this video when you message me, just Holiday Home Tour 2020, and that'll get you your discount. So let's jump in and see what I have. Alright guys, starting off here outside like I always do. I kept it really simple and clean. I just added a lit garland up there. This is one of the signs that I made for this year for MW Home. It was actually the first sign I made that was on a canvas, kind of like a test to see how things would go, and I decided I'm gonna keep that one. So, and then when you look, I just have a couple Christmas trees right there and a rug to kick your shoes off. So again, just super simple, nothing too crazy. And then when you open up the door, Christmas. So immediately when you walk in, I have my chalkboard sign that I change throughout the seasons and special events that we have going on. So like happy birthdays and stuff like that. And on the back of the door, I just have this wreath that I made last year. It's actually cardboard and I wrapped yarn around it, and then a scarf that I had that kind of matches my home. So that's back there. My entry table slash my entry shelf looks like this year. So again, I made that last year. I was super on a budget, and so a lot of stuff was homemade. That's how MW Home got started. All of these I picked up this year for anywhere between $1 to $5. There's another one down here with a snowflake. And then this wooden sign, if you remember and watched my fall home decor video, I have a pumpkin on the other side, so just some string art that I made. And then down here, again, just keeping it simple, I have my W that's usually on my door down here. And then that I made last year. It's just a piece of wood that I painted. Moving into the kitchen, I did a, let me turn the camera down a little bit. I did a hot cocoa bar here. Again, that sign is from MW Home. These are new. I bought them from Starbucks. I liked the texture. Almost looked like pottery or a sweater. These are those Starbucks Frappuccino bottles. You can see I painted one cap. Forgot to paint the other cap, but that's my quick little hot cocoa station. I would love to do more, but I like to make sure I have enough room to actually cook and clean my counters. So I do try to keep it pretty simple. And yeah, that's my little hot cocoa station. Up here, I didn't really do anything. We have a dessert in here, so we'll just ignore that for a minute. But I just have a red plate sitting underneath my little dessert. And then just some greenery in a pot to give it a little accent over here in the corner. And then I switched out, I usually have a mint pot holder there, and I put my buffalo check. That buffalo check one comes out at Christmas time. And then I just have a candle burning on my stove like always, and I love this sign. I made another one last year, but unfortunately it was on styrofoam because, again, the girl was on a very tight budget, and the styrofoam was $1 versus the canvas, which was like $6 or $7. But this year I upgraded it to canvas, and my friend and I do vinyl stuff together. So it's actually vinyl. So I painted the canvas and then vinyled on top of that. So hopefully it doesn't get ruined this year because I can actually wipe it down. Unlike the styrofoam, once the grease kind of got into the styrofoam, it was like ruined. And then last minute addition, I just threw that up there. I felt like the kitchen needed a little more greenery in that space. So again, that was one of the pieces I was selling with MW Home, but it didn't sell, so I decided to keep it, and I'll probably make more next year. I didn't put anything really over here. Again, I like to keep my counters pretty simple because I do like to cook and clean. But on my dish stand, I did add this really cute Christmas tree. It's ceramic. If you're living in Korea, I got this from Modern House, and I got it from the Gumi location, and it actually came in a 2-pack. And then above the breakfast bar is one of my MW Home Christmas tree signs. I do still have this print available, but it will no longer be this size frame. This was a limited edition. I would have to do different sizing because these were actually made from recycled dresser drawers. So obviously I don't have any more dresser drawers to make that out of, but totally love the story behind those, and I was so happy when they sold out, and the people who purchased them appreciate the vibe of trying to limit how much waste we're putting into the world as well. So love that they loved that, and I think that'll be a great addition to their home. Over here on my wine and cocktail cabinet, I just have, again, a last minute addition. This was 50% off the day before Christmas Eve. So I threw that up there. And then the only other thing I have is a little light that actually doesn't even have a light in it. And then there's a Christmas tree that's usually lit right here, but the fuse just blew a couple hours ago, and I haven't replaced it yet because it's Christmas Day. So this wreath here that is above my dining room table looks more like very foresty, and I added, some of the stuff was already here, but I added the eucalyptus to it and these lighter branches here because I wanted it to coordinate with my centerpiece. And these are from IKEA, these pots here. I love these. Look, if you only have a few dollars for a centerpiece, get yourself a tray, get yourself a candle, and get some of these, and it just instantly makes a beautiful centerpiece. This is also from IKEA, this table runner, and I have it in red as well, which matches the placemats. I decided to only put 2 placemats out for the time being because when the whole thing is done up and no plates are on it, it's a little overwhelming. And then my clock wall. These are new additions to my dining room. I love having mirrors in a dining room because they really help to brighten the space, especially this corner of the house. I have the camera setting turned up really bright because at night it's super dark in here. So the lights kind of bounce off of those mirrors and help to brighten the space. And then my garlands down here, I have all 4 of my garlands that I offered for MW Home here on my display. This is the fully beaded one, the beaded and felt one, beaded felt spaced out, and the beaded and pine cone one here. So love those, and I do have supplies to make more. So if you guys are still looking for garlands, these can be used. They don't have to be used for Christmas, especially these top 3 here. They can be used all year long. They'd be beautiful on a shelf or on the fireplace. You'll see another set of the beads. So if you need some beads, So if you need some beaded garland, let me know. Moving into my living room. So this tree is what I'm calling my homemade tree. The reason why is because more than 90% of it is homemade. However, a lot of my trees have homemade items on it. So starting from the top, that is a homemade tree topper star. I have a W that I usually put on a wreath or something, but I decided to put it in the tree this year. And then if you look closely, I have tons of my homemade ornaments as well as a felt garland I made, all decorating the tree. In addition to ornaments that I made, I also have a couple select homemade ornaments from the macrame Instagram Naughty Abby. Love her stuff. It's super beautiful. I will also have her information linked down below. If you need anything macrame all year long, not just ornaments, her stuff is beautiful. The quality is amazing. I highly recommend. I'm so excited. I'm gonna ask her to make a couple more pieces for my home. Over here, behind the couch and next to that tree, I have a wreath that I threw in some of the white flocked branches to match the flocked tree here, but also some of the greenery that I have here in the flocked tree. I have it up there. So it's all about making things cohesive and connecting everything together. I also have my stockings over here. Now we don't actually put stuff in our stockings at the moment just because it is Nate and I and then our cat Evie. But I always get compliments on how I have them displayed here in my home in South Korea because we don't have a fireplace, and you'll see here in a minute my entertainment stand is kind of small, so it would block a lot of the electronics that we would have to use. So I just picked up a tree branch that had fallen down. And I used some white string, and then I kind of just push the stockings onto the branch, and we call it a day. Next year I want to have actual like name tags for the stockings. And then usually I have a beautiful blue art print that my friend made back here, but the blue was really throwing the vibe off. So last minute I made this white canvas with this very simple black lettering, and I might go back and add a little bit of glitter to it just because I love glitter, but I'm kind of letting it sit for a minute and decide if I want to do that next year. Moving down to the end table, I just have a candle burning from a Yankee Candle jar last year, so I just reused the jar and added my own pillar candle to it. Some greenery in my aqua vase that I love so much, and this greenery is really pretty. It has like a green and blue glitter on it, but it is messy if you mess with it too much. And then these again are from that store called Modern House. If you live here in South Korea, these are from Daiso. So a lot of my greenery I purchase from the dollar store that I love here called Daiso. Moving on to the couch, I have a white IKEA throw blanket, and then I do have some more throw blankets down here in a basket. These buffalo check pillows, I actually, again last year, I didn't know about the fabric market, and I went looking for this print, not at the market because I didn't know about it, but I ended up finding a tablecloth, a fabric tablecloth from the dollar store Daiso, and I cut it down and used it for pillowcases. These were pillowcases that somebody was selling, so I picked those up for a super cheap secondhand price. And then my two white IKEA pillows, I went ahead and vinyled one of them, and it just wanted just wanted to set the cozy vibes here on the couch. As for the coffee table, I have again some macrame stuff from Naughty Abby. These are a set of her coasters. She offers them in a ton of colors. Again, check them out. Another one of those ceramic tea lights. Remember I said that they came in a set of 2, and this is the other one. This is a shorter strand of my fully beaded garland. I think this is about 24 inches of a strand, and I have it here kind of draped out of a thrifted tray. And then this was a thrifted container that I found. I originally wanted to make my own like 4-wick candle in it, but I had a hard time finding the wax and stuff here in Korea, and it wasn't gonna get here in time if I ordered it, so that will be a next year's project. But I do think it's cute with some pine cones in it, and actually these pine cones are real from the ground, picked them myself, so they did add a pine cone scent to the place. There's tons of Pinterest boards and like what to do with fresh pine cones, so you can actually like bake them in the oven so it kills any of the bugs. You can also bleach them and it turns them white, but I just baked them and put them in there. And then I kept it really simple on my shelves that are on my TV wall. I just have my normal marble watercolor print that I made up there, as well as some candles, greenery, and a little bud vase. And then this was, again, the first round Christmas sign I had made. I was testing the quality and fell in love with how it looked up there for a styled photo shoot and decided to keep that one myself. And then I have 2 matching pine trees on each side that I got from the Exchange on Post store. A twine star that I made last year, and then I have this big bag of blocks I got that I have been painting but haven't sold quite yet, but I went ahead and bundled a set together because it just needed something over there. My friend was on the phone with me and she agreed I needed a little something extra, and so that's what we did. This is my main Christmas tree. So as you can tell, I have several trees here in my house. This is my buffalo check that I added to this year, but started last year. It was a much smaller tree, so I actually upgraded the tree this year. I got a really good deal on it from the thrift store, but it was still brand new in the box. It wasn't pre-lit, so I did have to light it, but thankfully Mama and Daddy showed me how to light trees when I was younger, so I know how to do that. But we just have wooden star, some more flocked branches, as well as these like branches. They kind of look like you just picked up some stuff from the ground, and I love that. I would say my vibes this year are very much like Scandinavian meets outdoorsy meets neutral cozy, for the most part, at least in the main rooms of the house. My cute little buffalo reindeer, and a lot of these ornaments are thrifted or handmade, like those, and then a couple of them like that and that are from IKEA. And fun fact, these are actually coasters from Daiso, the dollar store that I love so much, and I saw them and instantly was like, oh, I want these as ornaments because I think they just look so beautiful up against a tree. In the window, I continued some of the snowflakes that are also over there in that tree. They're continued over here in the window. Some more matching branches, as well as the garland as well as the ribbon from this tree here, and then a couple more of those coasters. Outside, let me pop my head out here real quick. Oh God, it's cold. Out here, I just updated my lights. These are up all year long out here, but I do have to switch them out because they burn out really easily. And then I do add this as well as the wreath out here for the holidays. And back there we have all of Daegu. Actually, Daegu is a lot bigger than that, but still. We're gonna go back inside now. On the TV stand, I just have a garland that I actually cut in half because it was too big for just my TV stand, and and the other half is in my bedroom. And then I used some of the extra pine cones that I have in this tree over here, as well as some of those branches. So you will see I like to make sure things all kind of work together. So that's why I repeat some stuff in multiple places in my home. Moving down the hall, I didn't do anything in the laundry room, so we're gonna skip that. This piece here, I just added some greenery and twinkle lights up there. And then let me flip on the lights. In the bathroom, again, very simple. I just added painted pine cones to our little mirrored tray there. Ooh, gosh, that's dirty. I apologize. A candle that burns in here and some Christmas greenery in that vase there. And can we say hello to the new camera that my husband bought me for Christmas? I'm totally in love with it. Look at this, the screen flips out. Oh, hey, there's so many of me now. And yeah, super excited for this camera. In the bathroom part of it, the bathroom, I just have another one of these that I made last year, but I added greenery to this one. And I updated the bow this year. Again, keeping everything kind of simple and neutral, and then just a, you know, little iconic saying there on a little painted wooden piece that I did last year again. And that's it for the bathroom. Alright, so I was just showing off what it looks like when all the lights are off in here, but in my bedroom it's definitely a little bit more glam. However, still trying to keep with a little bit of that nature vibe by adding eucalyptus to this flocked tree. Now last year, guys, I had one tree. This year I have 3. Let me tell you, it was kind of funny how my husband kept coming home and he's like, how many trees do we have now? But trust me, this ain't it. Like, we'll have more when we have a bigger space and a more, you know, opportune time to add to our collection. But again, like I said, guys, we came here with no Christmas decorations. I definitely thought I would be going home for the holidays. Last year we were on a really tight budget. This year I had a little bit more leeway to spend. I probably still went a little overboard, but oh well, too late now. These are what started it all. This is leftover material from my outfit that I made for Oktoberfest, and I loved this fabric so much. I knew I wanted to use it for Christmas, so I made pillows. I actually already owned this throw, and look at how perfect that is, complete with my Christmas kit. Can we say hi, Evie? Okay, thank you. And again, repeated that material as my tree skirt, and it does give a glam vibe to the bedroom, but then adding more natural elements kind of kept with the rest of the house theme. These ornaments in this color here that you see around are from Amazon, so I'll link them down below if you love this color as much as I do. These are from a Christmas department store here in Daegu. It's on the 3rd floor of a flower shop, and every year for Christmas they go all out and it becomes a Christmas haven. Over here on my nightstand, I just have a candle burning as well as my teal tinted globe and a polar bear that sits on top of him. Again, it was one of those things that I was like, I saw it, I wanted it, I bought it. Up here, I have a flocked wreath that has the eucalyptus in it, as well as another sign that I made last year, meet me under the mistletoe. And then these are the only Christmas decor pieces that made it from the States. They were in my bedroom back at home. My mother, I think my mother was going to give them to my sister Sierra and ended up giving them to me. And I love them. I use them every year for the past 4 years now. And then on my TV stand here / dresser in the bedroom is the other half of that garland. But guys, I actually did a DIY flock on this, and I know that it's at the end of the year this year, but if you guys do want to see the video, comment down below. I don't mind posting it after the holiday season. I did film it. Otherwise, I will 110% post it next year well in advance. So if anybody wants to do this, they can, because it's super easy, super cheap, and the ingredients list to make this would shock you. Okay, here in Nathan's streaming room, we have this little Christmas tree that I like to call the Disney Marvel tree. Just got a little Captain America, as well the Avenger symbol, and then these cute little Mickey head ornaments that I found from the dollar store. But we're gonna sneak back out of this. Say bye, Nate. And then last room in the tour, we have the guest bedroom with the fourth and final tree. And some of these ornaments, the teal ones specifically, are left over from my bedroom tree. And then my friend Madison had these beautiful pink ornaments in her house, and I fell in love with them and decided I have to have them, and then it kind of blew up from there. I ended up getting several more additional ones, but I like to keep white trees pretty simple and only do maybe ribbon ornaments, and that's it. But I just did ornaments, and I actually love the way it turned out. I just kind of kept matching bedding with the pink and the teal in here, and then I just have a couple cute DIY dollar store trees from last year in here. I actually covered the base because they had a real ugly just like tree stand, but those are styrofoam, like glued into styrofoam and then covered in fabric. Alright guys, that is it for my 2020 holiday home tour. I hope you guys enjoyed it, maybe got some ideas that you can put on the back burner for next year, or I hope that this just brought you a little bit of joy and happiness to end this crazy year of 2020. I definitely wanted to get this video out sooner, but just given everything that's kind of started and happened this year with starting MW Home, as well as some obstacles that Nate and I have had to face as far as military stuff goes, things just didn't quite work out the way they planned, but that's okay. We are moving forward, and at the end of the day, I have this home tour to look back on and remember my time here in South Korea, because I really have enjoyed it and have made the most of my time here as well, and I hope to continue to do so as well to the best of our abilities given the world situation right now with the pandemic and everything. But I again hope this brought you guys a little bit of joy, and I will see you guys in my next video. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.